Here we go, testing 1, 2. Hi guys and girls, Steve here. I'm just doing a screen recording on my phone to see if this works, to try to do show you how to set up Myfitnesspal. Now Myfitnesspal is the food diary that we use to write down what we're eating so we can see how many calories we've had, how much protein, fat and carbs. Here it's at the top on the right, it's Myfitnesspal. If you haven't got an iPhone, I'm sure you can get apps of Myfitnesspal on there. I don't know how to do it, but this is how we do it on the iPhone. It's pretty similar on the other phones, I expect. You can also do it on your computer, on your laptop, but most people are on their phones and you're not carrying your computer around when you're eating. So you want to be doing it on your phone, because as you eat, you need to be writing it down. If not, writing it down the day before. Planning ahead is the best way to do it. But most people are writing it down as they go along. So if you write down, if you're having your breakfast, you've got your phone in your pocket, you take it down and you open up Myfitnesspal. Here we go. And as you can see, I'm on diary there and it shows what I had for breakfast today. And you can go down and write down, if you get to lunchtime, let's say I'm going for lunch, I'll add food, choose what I'm going to have. And let's just say turkey, boom, add that in there, and then add another food because I'm going to have this salad again, and it tells you how much is in that salad. I've scanned the packet before, but I made sure that it was 125 grams, so it's 1.18 serving of 100 grams, something like that, around there. But it tells you how much protein is in it, how much carbs, how much fat. Nothing in the salad, that's why we can eat lots and lots of salad. Let's go back to the turkey. It tells you what it is, it was a 125 gram pack. So my serving size is 100, but I've had 1 1/4, so it makes it 125. Make sure you get the number of servings and the serving size right. Here it tells us it's 35 grams of protein, which is ideal for any meal. 35 grams of protein is great. It's low in fat and it's very low in carbs, and it's got 156 calories. So it adds towards the total calorie goal that we want. So that's how you use the diary. But first of all, we need to go to setup. So as you see at the bottom, on the bottom right, you can see more. I'll click on more. Then 3 down, you can see where it says goals. I'll click on goals. And then halfway down, nutrition goals, you'll see calorie and macronutrient goals. I'll click on that. And here is where you can set up your goals for your calories and your macros. Remember, macros are carbs, protein and fat. At the moment my goal is quite high for me, but let's go in. Imagine I was just starting a fat loss phase. I'm going to go in for man, my size, trying to lose fat. I would go with a maximum of 1900 calories. There's that. Then you've got to press the tick so it saves it. Then we're going to go to the carbohydrates. It gives you it in percentages, but above that it also says the grams as well, so we'd stick with the grams. So I want to be around about 50 grams of carbs, so that works out at 10%. I want to be at about 200 grams of protein, so that works out 45 or 40 would be just a bit too low, so I'm going to go up to 45%. That gives me 214 grams of protein. The more protein we have, the bigger the muscles, the more denser the muscles. The more muscle density you have, the higher metabolism, the more fat your body will burn. So then the rest has to be made up out of fat. So 10% and 45 gives you 60, doesn't it? So we'll go with 40 left. No, I was wrong. There you go, 45. 45% fat, which is only 95 grams of fat. So it seems like it's high fat in percentage, but in grams it's actually quite low. So there we go, that's how we set up. Again, press the tick button, like so, and that is saved. Yes, it is. If you've got a good internet connection, it saves. Sometimes if you've not got a good internet connection, it doesn't save and it messes it all up. So make sure it's saved. Now we can go back and back and back, and we can look at my diary again, bottom left. Press the diary and you'll see the goals have now changed. 1900 calories is the goal, 650 foods so far, leaves me with 1200 left over to have in my dinner and my snacks. If you're having drinks that are not water, make sure you put them in as well, because milk, obviously, things like that has got calories in it. When you've done that, at the end of each day, into the Facebook group, go back to more at the bottom, Then you can go down halfway down to nutrition. See the little pie chart picture there? Click on nutrition. Now this one here is the one that we were interested in. So a lot of people are clicking on the macros one top right, which gives us this. This is not really relevant unless you get the calories bang on. So, and the one on the right is another one we don't really matter. What we do need is this one in the middle that says nutrients, top middle. Nutrients, it shows us how many grams is your total for today, what is your goal, and how many you've got left. And the only thing that we care about again is the macros, which is protein, carbohydrates, and fat. So as you can see, I've had 89 grams of protein. My goal is 214, so that leaves me with 125 grams of protein left. Remember, we're having about 30 to 40 grams in each meal, so that means I've got to have 3 meals, even though I've already had breakfast and put lunch in. So there's 2 snacks of quite high protein and dinner of quite high protein. Again, carbohydrates, I've had all my carbs, it says. So I won't worry too much about that. As long as you're having salad, you're just going to hit around 50, go up to 100, maybe. As long as it's just salad and stir-fry veg and above-ground veg, leafy green veg. You don't want to be having potatoes and stuff like that. Then we go down to fat, and you can see that I've only had 12 grams of fat. My phone back up. Sorry. Right. So more fat, that would be nuts, that would be pork belly, that would be lamb, that would be salmon, that would be mackerel. It's got a bit of protein in it, but it's also got quite a bit of fat in it, so it's going to help out bring the fat and the protein. If I get them right, and we go back to the diary, then it should all tally up. You should have the right amount of food. What we would then do is a screenshot of this, boom, like so. Take it down, take a screenshot of that, and again down. Screenshot of your dinner and your snacks so we can see what you've eaten. Go back to more, go back to nutrition. Here, take a screenshot of this like so. Then you will take them screenshots and you post them into the Facebook group so everybody can see, so the coach can see and everybody else can see what it is that you've been eating and help you if you've been getting it wrong. If you suddenly, oh, there's too many carbs, there's 300 grams of carbs in there, why am I going wrong? We can have a look at your food diary for you and say, oh, but yeah, in dinner you had pasta. That's your problem. There's always a problem. A lot of the times it's because people had a load of fruit. Remember that fruit is sugar. We're trying to cut down on carbs because we're trying to lose fat. That's how you set it up, okay? So that's how you set up for, and that was how we set it up for fat loss. With women, it would be less calories again. Maybe start at 18, maybe less. And if we're looking at muscle growth, if you're already slim, then you'll be having a bit more carbs. But that's a different time, different challenge. You can come and see me. We can talk about that. We would set up your goals differently. Again, you go back to here and you would set up your carbohydrate goals differently. Carbs would be timed around your workouts. As you go through the optimum training program, your carbs will go up and then back down again. The protein we're always going to try and keep high. So fat will come down as the carbs goes up. Protein we're always going to keep high. Protein is the most important food. Okay, that is how you set it up on Myfitnesspal for a fat loss goal. So good luck with that. Don't forget to screenshot your photos and post it in the group. Thanks very much. Bye bye.